Hey, it's Danish from Local Niche Marketing, and everyone is saying that audiences are dead, and that is completely not true, right? So, because the audiences have not disappeared, their role has been changed. Now, in this video, we are going to see how different type of audiences are made inside the Ads Manager and how to use them in order to get the maximum return on investment for your business. So let's just get started. So the confusion is that everyone is talking about that. Hey, you just leave everything to the algorithm, just use a broad ad set, and that's it. The algorithm is going to handle everything for you, right? So I think that is not completely true, right? Because what actually changed is that Meta's algorithm is now using AI to optimize campaigns, and the signals for the optimization or targeting are now getting from the creative, your ad copy, and then the optimization signals such as clicks, form fills, and the level of engagement your creative is getting. Now, these and also the hooks, messaging you are using inside the ads are the new targeting, right? So it does not mean that we can't use audiences, right? Or does it mean that, right? So the old strategy, I am actually a strong proponent of testing. So that's why I'm recording this video because it somehow creates a difference if you can test different variables inside your ads manager, and that is why I'm recording this video. So the old strategy was like you are going to um, submit all the interests that are relevant for for your audience, and then start the ads going, right? That was the old strategy. That, however, is not being effective so far, because we already know that the AI is going to take care of everything, right? But there are other things that we need to control. For example, for lead generation, if you're doing lead generation and instant forms, you're going to see a lot of spam leads if you include the audience network on, right? So we need to adjust those settings so we can get less spammy leads, right? So that's why the new strategy is that the audience is still there. It has not been disappearing from the ads manager. That's why it can be relevant for some of the targeting. For example, and these are the guidance signals we are going to provide to the Meta's algorithm to get the results as soon as possible, right? For example, you're doing a lead generation for a chiropractor, and they have a large list of existing patients, right? So what you need to do is to create an audience based on the list they are going to provide, and then see whether this can get you the more quality leads as compared to the broad audience, right? So now let's just get started with how you can actually create different type of audiences inside your meta ads, right? We have already discussed that how I mean why you can still win with creating different type of audiences, and maybe you can test your retargeting campaigns for like maybe for a week for just $5 a day, and let's just compare the results after 1 week. Maybe it is going to give you the better quality leads that you were expecting from the broad ad set or campaign, but that is not working, right? So let's just see what kind of audiences are there. So in order to create the audiences inside your meta ads account, you need to come to the audiences, and then as this is the newer account, so you'll see no audience in here, but there is create a custom audience button which you can click, and then you're going to see all of the sources and the meta sources as well. Now, these are the meta sources, which means that these are being recorded by your pixel or data set, right? And these are the sources that eventually eventually can be retargeted. All of these sources can be retargeted. And what I was talking earlier was a customer list based audience. For example, if you're running a campaign for a chiropractor who has a large database of old patients, then you need to upload it inside your customer list. And the way to do is it clicking on the customer list and click next. And then you have to prepare a list by this formatting, right? Click next. uh, you will going to upload from your computer. For example, we can upload this one, and column of customer value, and we can you just have to give whether these were the qualified leads, customers. So this is a customer list, and we can give a description here. So you just have to click on this checkbox to agree to their custom audience terms, right? Click next, and then you need to upload all the details for, I mean, there are the 8 mapped fields. Rest of them, you can ignore these, which are important. Create, upload, your data is being uploading. So once that is uploaded, so click done. So you can see here, so a list is being populated from here, in here, right? Then click custom audience and then website, click next. So the source is the data set. Events is all website visitors. However, you can choose from like people who visited specific web pages, visitor by time spent, and by the events that are being recorded by your pixel. And these are great if you can, for example, someone completed a full funnel event, and that the name of the last event was this. You can use this event in your scaling campaign, and you can exclude all these lead details, because then what is going to happen is that this particular event will be not used to show your ads, right? For example, and you can do the same with the list that I've just uploaded, right? So in this scenario, we can say that, and we can say that 60 days. So we are creating an audience of all the website visitors who visited our website for the past 60 days, and we can give a audience name here, 60 days, and then create an audience. So this will create an audience of people who have visited our website for past 60 days, right? Now, let's see. So website, offline activity, catalog. Now come to the video one. Now this is really great, and you need to choose an engagement type here. If you are not recording this, I mean, you are losing a lot of valuable people from your audience, right? So you should start doing that for your videos. If you're putting in a lot of effort in creating videos, and you're also getting a lot of engagement like views, so you should start getting this kind of audiences inside your ad account, right? So, for example, we can say that we want to create an audience of people who have watched 50% of our videos, right? So click done, and that the audience retention for video segment or engagement is higher than the website visitors. So that's why it is really effective, right? So you should retarget these users maybe twice a year or maybe quarterly to see the results of your lead generation or your purchases, right? So we can say that watched videos more than 50%, at least 50%, at least 50%, right? So you have to select the videos. So in this page, I don't have any videos. So you just have to select all the videos, related to your product or services, and then you can create it right away. And you can furthermore segment it according to your services. For example, you are running ads, or maybe you have created a lot of content for back pain relief, right? You're working as a chiropractor, and now you can um, accumulate all the audience by selecting all the videos that are made for the back pain relief, and that can give you a lot of segmentation options if you want to highly target people based on this type of engagement, I mean the video engagement, right? Then there is the Instagram profile, which is that people who engage with the professional account. You can click on that, started following this account, a professional account, people who have visited this professional account's profile, people who have engaged with any post, people who saved any post or ad. So there are different engagement levels. Again, you can retarget people with your new ads. That is great, right? So another custom audience would be great for if you're doing instant forms, right? So it can give us like different engagement levels here. For example, anyone who has opened this form, right? People who opened but did not submit, that is a great way of retargeting people based on the urgency, right? So you can retarget people who actually did not submit, but they have actually opened the form. And you can exclude people who opened and submitted form from the campaigns which are currently running, because they are now irrelevant for your campaign or your ads to be shown to these people who have actually opened and submitted a form. So I mean, you can use these audiences to effectively optimize your ad spend on new on getting new customers only, and that is the point I am raising here, right? Then we have to go to the Facebook page, and then there is the events also, right? um, I mean, this is for the events. You can also create audiences from that Facebook page. Again, you have to get all the people, everyone who engaged with the page. There are different level of engagements available to you in order to create a custom audience from these events, right? So, I mean, there are a lot of options when it comes to creating audiences inside your ad account, and that's why you need to test every variable in your marketing strategy. There is no perfect audience, only what works for your data, right? Which means that you are not going to know until you test a specific audience in your advertising campaign. You might not know that if a lookalike audience is going to outperform a broader audience. You might not know that Facebook or Instagram engagers may bring you higher quality leads. It's just the matter of testing and then looking at the data is the formula of winning inside the meta ads. If you need help with anything related to meta ads for your business, then you can contact us. Everything will be mentioned in the description of the video. Until the next video, thank you.